Welcome to the ancient time period. On this page, you will find 4 different elements to help you in your planning: a timeline of the ancient period, a historical overview, the spiritual emphases, and links to lesson plans for this time period. So let me give you a brief overview of each element and what it contains. First off, in the timeline section, you will find a listing of the major historical events to take place during the ancient time period. Just reading through the list may give you some inspiration for a direction you would like to head with your children this year. It will also greatly assist you in laying out lesson plans for the year, especially if your approach is chronological. In the historical overview, you will find a brief history of the time period. It's not meant to be exhaustive in its scope, or you'd be exhausted just reading it. Just think of it as learning ancient history from a juvenile literature book. It's just the highlights and meant to give you some jumping off spots for your planning. In the spiritual emphasis section, you will find scriptures related to our pre-planned goal of building on spiritual foundations. You may certainly choose to do something other than this if you want, but once again, it gives you a spiritual jumping off point from which to plan your lessons for the year. Topics in the spiritual emphasis section for the ancient period include foundations, Christ as the true foundation, the wise man and the foolish man, building on the foundation, and the roots. Finally, you'll find a listing of all the lesson plans available for the ancient time period. Simply click on titles that interest you, and you'll be able to gain an overview of each topic. The elements included in each lesson plan will be a history lesson, an art lesson, a music lesson, academic tie-ins, a virtual field trip, and a community service project. We're constantly adding more content to the site, so be sure to check back often. Well, that's it for this section, so let's get started on the next leg of this journey. Simply click on a lesson plan that interests you and check out the next podcast, A Lesson Plan Overview, for a little more help in understanding how to use the actual lesson plan itself.